Hello, this is Mark Satterfield, and welcome to the Velvet Rope Playbook. Tonight's chapter, The Fork in the Road, Why Some Pros Stay Broke and Others Get Rich Clients. Now, if you hang around luxury markets long enough, you'll hear about two guys who started in the same place but ended up in very different worlds. One of them, Scrappy Benny Flowers. The other, Victor the Sable Fox Lupo. Both started as real estate agents in the same office, same city, same hustle. But Benny stayed broke. And Vic dined on caviar and closed deals in penthouses where chandeliers cost more than most people's houses. Some say it was luck. Some say it was connections. But the truth? There was a moment, a fork in the road, where Vic made a choice that Benny didn't. And that choice determined everything. And by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly what Vic did differently so you don't end up like Benny. By the way, if you're enjoying this episode and want to learn how to use storytelling as a tool for getting more affluent clients, then you need to read my latest book, The Affluent Marketing Blueprint. I'm giving away some copies for free, and you can get yours at getwealthyclients.com. Now, to be honest, I'm not going to be making this offer forever, so go over to getwealthyclients.com and grab your copy. Okay, let's get into it. Now, Benny Flowers was a hustler. He wasn't the guy with the fancy shoes or the smooth introductions, but he worked harder than anybody. He was the kind of guy who'd cold call 100 people a day, show apartments at 10 p.m. on a Sunday, say yes to every client no matter how small. And in his mind, that's how you win. Because Benny figured if he just grinded hard enough, sooner or later the rich would notice him. But they didn't. Because the rich don't notice the guy chasing them. Now, Victor Lupo, better known as the Sable Fox, was different. Vic never chased. In fact, he did the opposite. He made it look like he didn't need the deal. While Benny was sending just checking in emails and leaving voicemails at midnight, Vic was positioning himself like, I only work with a select group of clients per year. I'm happy to discuss your situation, but let's see if we're the right fit first. My clients tend to be serious buyers who value exclusivity. Would you consider yourself in that category? And just like that, Vic flipped the power dynamic. Instead of selling himself, he made clients want to be chosen by him. And that changed everything. One day, Benny and Vic both got a shot at the same client. A certain Mrs. Francesca Valducci, a woman so rich that even her housekeepers had housekeepers. She was looking for a penthouse. Big deal. Serious commission. So Benny, he jumped on it. Sent her an email that looked like a 5-paragraph plea for a meeting. Called her assistant 5 times in 2 days. Left a voicemail that said, Mrs. Valducci, I'd love to work with you. And what happened? She ignored him. Because rich clients don't hire the guy who looks like he needs the deal. Now Vic waited, and then he sent one text. Mrs. Valducci, I understand you're looking for a penthouse. I only work with a handful of buyers at this level. Let me know if you'd like to discuss whether we be a good fit. No begging, no proving himself, just certainty and control. And guess what? Mrs. Valducci called Vic because she wanted to be one of the clients he chose. And just like that, Benny stayed broke. And Vic closed the biggest deal of his career. Now, let's break down what Vic understood that Benny didn't. First, the broke chase, the wealthy attract. Benny thought the key was working harder. Vic knew the key was positioning himself as an authority. Second, the broke tried to prove themselves. The wealthy controlled the frame. Benny tried to convince people to work with him. Vic made people qualify to work with him. Third, the broke sell. The wealthy make clients feel lucky to get in. Benny was one of 100 agents clawing for attention. Vic was the guy who people felt lucky to get a meeting with. And that's why Benny stayed stuck, and why Vic only worked with the best clients at the highest prices. So right now, you're standing exactly where Benny and Vic stood. You have two paths. You can keep chasing, keep grinding, keep begging for meetings, and keep wondering why rich clients don't take you seriously. Or you can start positioning yourself as exclusive, controlling the frame, and making high net worth clients feel like they're lucky to get in. The choice is entirely yours. So which road are you taking? The Benny Flowers route, grinding forever for clients who don't respect your time? Or the Victor Lupo way, where clients come to you and the price is never a question? This is Mark Satterfield. Thanks for listening to this chapter of the Velvet Rope Playbook. If you're enjoying these stories and want to get better at using stories to attract more affluent clients, head over to getwealthyclients.com and get a free copy of my latest Amazon #1 bestseller, The Affluent Marketing Blueprint. That's getwealthyclients.com. Thanks again for listening. I'll be back at you soon with another chapter in the Velvet Rope Playbook. Bye for now.